The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Have you seen Alf Stewart's going viral online at the moment on the gram? Someone's got footage of him.
Home and away, Alf Stewart.
Yeah, Ray Ma.
Ray Ma
went, get off my flaming set, because, you know, when they're filming the beach scenes on Home and Away, they're exposed to a lot of fans who all want to come and get a photo or whatever. Well, it's a bit of a nightmare. So he's kind of, you know, there's meant to be people around, runners, who are meant to push people away. They just weren't going away, and they were actually getting in the shot. And so he's had to crack it himself, which was, you could tell it was out of character. Like,
well, maybe he's a method actor. Like, didn't Daniel Day-Lewis always stay in character? Like, even
for the whole shoot?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So he was being Alf Stewart, you're saying?
Well, if he said to them, get off my flaming set,
yes,
I mean, that's Alf Stewart.
But then he ran over and,
right there.
Then he ran over and took a photo with a little girl that went, now the rest of you, just wait.
So he was
wait.
nice.
He was nice, but he was really cranky. And I totally understand, because it's really hard to manage public scenes. And I know this firsthand, because I got a guest role on Rush. You remember that police drama?
Yeah.
I got a guest role on it. Mm-hmm. It was quite an out there kind of role. And I had a series of scenes that we had to shoot on that one day. And there was one particular scene that I was really, really nervous about. And I wasn't quite sure where they were going to shoot it either. So anyway, we're shooting all the scenes, and then it started raining, which kind of delayed everything for like 2 hours. And then the scene's getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. I'm doing all the other scenes, but just sweating about this scene. Anyway, it finally comes time to shoot this scene, and we arrive on location. Now, it's 4 p.m. on a Friday afternoon at Altona Park, which is like being at, I don't know, New Farm Park on a Saturday morning. Like, everyone descends at this park. Everyone's getting their fish and chips. There's kids, there's grandparents. It's like a big thing. And we've arrived, and they've kind of cordoned it off with ropes, and then I can see the crash mats because I have to do stunts as well. Now, this has drawn a massive crowd. And now I am
They might have thought you were like really fancy buskers too.
Oh, they could have, actually.
Putting on a performance.
Oh, this is good. This is a little stage.
Actually, with this performance, if I put a hat out, I might get big tips.
Okay, nice.
So anyway, I'm sitting there just going, I've got to do this in one take because I just can't handle it. I'm seeing more and more kids lining up. I'm like, this is bad. This is really bad. And anyway, the reason why I was worried about doing this scene in front of everybody, and I wish I had Alf Stewart to help me, is because I was playing a dominatrix and I was getting arrested by 3 handsome men, and this is what I had to do.
Take it easy, you're under arrest. Now hold still, I'm going to cuff you.
Wait, easy.
Touch that. Hardly touched
Help me! Help me hard! Oh my God! What are you doing? Don't stop now, you bastard!
Cuff me harder.
So I had to do a big O.
What are you wearing? Presumably something inappropriate.
Leather.
No, quite sweet and innocent. The
Oh,
whole
okay,
thing
right.
is that that's why when I went for the role, I'm like, this is not me. This is like a Madeline West whips and chains kind of role. Like, I did
This is right up Madeline West alley. This has got Madeline West written all over
The
it.
kids will be on this Madeline West over there.
But anyway, I'm there doing that, and there is literally grandparents and their grandchild right above my face. And so,
What?
Yes. And then they start...
Just coming down for a sticky beat.
Yeah, and then their hands slowly go over the kid's eyes and they start pulling him backwards towards the swing set. And I was just absolutely mortified.
Oh, my goodness.
And, I've never been back to that park since, and I think I traumatised the next generation.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Yeah, I think I was the same as a lot of you when I heard about this bloke over in the US, a US politician who delivered the longest speech in Senate history.
Mm-hmm.
How many hours?
At 25 hours.
I don't get it.
25 hours. That I thought it was an April Fool's joke.
Yeah, cool, because it comes out yesterday. April 2 is a tough day, I think, in Australia when you're getting all this feeding information, entertainment news and updates in the news from politics and stuff. You think, what's real because it's not our April Fool's Day anymore. But
it was
still
their
is
April
there.
Fool's. Did he do it as an April Fool's in America? Well, I don't get it.
You can't do it in the Senate.
Who knows more about this, and why did he do that, and how did he do that?
No, he did it. And it says here that
Cory Booker.
his display of endurance, he had to remain standing, and this is the one I can't believe, he couldn't go to the bathroom.
what?
I beg your pardon.
Now, he broke the record of Strom Thurmond, who filibustered for 24 hours and 18 minutes. We all remember that one.
Of course.
Yeah.
The Civil Rights Act back in
May he rest in peace.
1957.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's passed away.
But he blew past that mark on Tuesday. His voice still strong but emotional as he topped out the 25 hours and 5 minutes. I love how he got to the 25. No, I just need your attention for 5 minutes more. 5 more minutes.
Do you reckon that's when he goes, in conclusion?
Yes.
And everyone cheers. I think.
No, he
God.
did that at the 18th hour.
Yes, that's just 7 hours to go.
Now, did anybody have to sit through that? Could they take shifts as in terms of listening?
I believe unless they're voting, they can. No one can be there almost.
Yeah.
They send a couple of. Yeah, it's definitely in and out sort of thing.
There's
What,
still-
what on earth is he talking
He
about?
took to the floor at 7 p.m. on Monday, and then he finished at 8:05 p.m. on Tuesday.
He's basically, I'm kind of watching it now.
It was an anti-Trump speech.
Yes, he's going on
Yes.
about how the country's no longer safe, it's no longer stable, it's not a good place to be, decency's gone. I'm just paraphrasing.
You know-
I'm keeping it short because we've got like 3 minutes.
Yeah, probably don't do the whole 25
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah, no.
You know,
We'll put that in the podcast.
you know who he looks like? He looks like that guy from that comedy duo. You know that you see. You know they are.
Or the one from that police show.
Key and Peele.
Yeah,
Oh,
yes.
yes.
He looks exactly like the bald guy from.
It's not him, is it? Hang on.
When I first saw it, I was like, "Oh, this is going to be their greatest work ever." These guys.
Do they swap out at any moment where he he just
They
went
could.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then Key comes out and does it for like 6 hours.
Are we sure this is real? That seems.
It's 100% real.
Yeah.
To be fair, if I
Come
got
on.
my dad onto politics, he would go for 25 hours. But we'd do it in the whiskey room and he'd do it on a couch.
Yeah, a bit more comfortable.
So long as he can have sport on in the background on mute, he could go. In fact, he could do a week.
Still a week. But there's got to be rules on how long they can go in the Senate, surely.
There are no rules. As long as you keep talking and do not stop and do not go to the bathroom, it's a delay
But
tactic.
how did he do that?
He dehydrated himself deliberately beforehand. How he got through those first 24 hours, I don't know. By the 25th hour, staffers started to feed him like cold water, but he deliberately dehydrated himself so he couldn't go to the bathroom.
Didn't eat?
Didn't eat, just kept going.
He must have been wearing a nappy.
Yeah.
He needs to be
He had to
kicked
have a
out because
nappy.
that's not normal. He needs to go. That's weird.
I just don't understand. Like, how could you possibly write? At some point, he's gibbering. You know, like you can't write a 25-hour speech about Trump.
No.
At some point, you run out of things to say.
Or imagine if he did write it and he memorised it.
That would be.
Well, that would be impressive. He'd end up being Elon Musk in the White House.
That's crazy stuff.
Yeah, well, we're going to a function today.
Yeah.
We're going to do it to them.
The floor.
Well, no, if anyone goes over, I was going to say 25 minutes, but that's too long.
Well, you were the one asking questions in the meeting. I thought, I think Ash is going to go off on a thing here where you're going to be this guy.
No, in and out. I'll be like...
No, you've got a couple of things you want to say. Like in that.
Oh, no, yeah, no. Well, Nikki's...
I was surprised than me.
Nikki's
Usually
going Nikki's going up first, and then... And
Oh,
I
yeah,
just
yeah,
went,
yeah,
And,
yeah.
I just went, hey, listen... Can
Do
I
the
men-
heavy lifting.
Can I mention this? Would that be a good thing to mention? She went yes, and I went okay. I'm locked in, like because that's
So that's your thing.
the
all-
one
and
thing
then
you're
I
gonna
said,
talk
that-
Well, hang on.
That's all I'm going
There's
to
a
say.
half-hour window.
Yeah, but-
if Nikki does her job,
Yeah,
right,
but-
just does her job,
but you know what
she's
Nikki's like.
15 minutes,
But that's
which
gonna be
means
20.
15 minutes for us.
But that's going to go. You know that Nikki's going to go 25.
Yeah, it's
Like,
true.
you know
I've got
that.
some gear
Like-
ready.
And I'm happy for you to do it, by the way.
the same here.
But don't go short. But she can,
No, she-
because if she goes short and you do your one bit only takes 1 minute. That leaves another 14 to 20 minutes for me, and I've got nothing.
I
Yeah,
feel
but-
like this segment's gone about 3 minutes too long.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
After the show today, we've got a bit of a shindig on that we have to go and.
Be fabulous.
Well, just go and meet some people and be a part of a presentation.
Yeah.
Very early days in our tenure here
Yes.
at Nova, Nikki, we were over at the Gabba.
Yep.
I don't remember what that function was, but it was spelled out to us very clearly that this was a very important function that we had to go to, and we had to go directly from the show to the Gabba, and we had to sit there and listen.
And is this you
Participate by listening.
Is this you and Luttsy? Or is this...
Yeah, no, it was the whole Brekkie team.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, everyone really was, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, it was everybody from work was already there.
A road show? I'm going to use the word road show.
I don't
Something like that.
I don't remember what it was, but it was like all of the big wigs were there, and we would be arriving late, but we could go straight in there and quietly sit down at our seats and then just listen to this.
Big people like,
big
this
people there,
is where we're going with the company.
Yes.
Yeah,
one of those sort of things.
It was very early days.
PowerPoint,
but
you know.
Yeah, and so
maybe a projector screen. It was that early.
Yeah,
actually.
No HP.
Slides. One of those sort of things. Yeah.
Whatever it was, and then there was Electon, and like the big boss
guys
himself was standing up there talking, and so we've quietly sort of made our way in, and we've sat down, and they've got us in a position where we're like about 4 rows back from the front of the lectern, where the person is presenting the, and they had a bottle of water for everybody. So in front of my seat was a bottle of water, and I'm sitting there. I've got Luttsy on one side of me, then there's me, and then there's Michelle, who we used to do the show with, and she's sitting there. And as we're sitting there, and you're trying to pay attention, this moron.
That's me. He's
pointing at Luttsy.
This moron here.
Yeah,
that's me.
He undid his water bottle, and without like changing the expression on his face at all, he just poured it straight onto my lap.
Into his crotch.
The entire 600 ml of water
on his crotch.
And
why did you do?
It's not like I could jump up and go, what the?
Yeah, like the big wigs on stage.
And I've got all through my school. I've always been the guy that laughs. Like I can't keep a straight face. Like when something really funny is happening, I had this mate Smithy, and he would
Straight
do
face
something,
it.
and he'd tap people in front, in the classroom, and then they'd turn around and he'd have a straight face on,
writing something in his book.
He's really.
So you've always done detention for other people's crimes because you're the reactant.
Yeah, you're the idiot.
And Luttsy was able to straight face this as he poured this whole thing of water onto my lap, and I just had to
and you're wearing
I had to write it out.
Yeah, they were beige pants. Like it was like obvious that he looked like he'd pissed himself. Let's be honest.
More
than pissed himself. Like he'd pissed himself and I'd pissed on him myself. Like it was wet. Like wet.
Saturated is what it was.
Yeah.
What was going through your mind? Why did you do that?
Just boredom.
Just bored?
And thought, let's have some fun with Ashley over here.
I dibs not sitting next to Luttsy today.
No, well, it's just
wearing that'd be a nightmare.
Yeah.
It would be a nightmare.
You're wearing satin.
I am.
Light blue satin.
I know. It would be very grippy and clingy in all the right places.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Time for a brand new clue, Nikki.
Okay. We're very much at the pointy end. Holidays are in, 6 more working days for us?
As if we're counting.
And we've got 2 voices, so 2 have to go off. Well, soon.
Yeah.
Like today would be nice. So today's clue is, and this is for voice number 3.
Oh, okay.
So that means that it relates to all the other clues as well?
Uh-huh. Sexiest man alive.
Well, he's in the room.
Thank you.
Is he on the list?
He's not in yet. It's Darude.
They fixed the spelling of my name. That's good.
Can you make this make sense?
Ash Bradnam is gone.
Yeah.
He's not Australian anyway, is he?
Ash is gone.
No.
Lutsy's gone. Look.
Mitch.
It's Mitch. No, sexiest man alive. And that's not just me saying it.
So he's won one of those sexiest man alive awards.
Like.
Yeah. Obviously. And I think it's obvious now.
Yeah.
Don't get emotional, mate. I know you love your sexy men, but you all right? He's all right.
I'm a little emotional.
That pause
I reckon it'll go.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Come give me that cash. Luttsy and Nikki Osborne's $50,000 Mystery Voices. Guess these 4 voices.
I listen to
Nova. And win a guaranteed $50,000.
Alrighty,
Come on, man.
I know the clues
Come
are
on.
so obvious. I just think that it's time for it to go. Like the sexiest man alive.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Come on.
No, it's your competition. You do it.
What do you mean? What?
I don't want them both to go today yet. I mean, I just think I'm having fun with this.
Well, we haven't really given many clues for voice 2
No,
at the moment.
there's no way it goes yet.
Still a mystery about that one.
Yeah.
But we've got Beck on the line. Beck, how you doing?
Hey, how are we going?
We are all right. Now, Beck, have you been listening to all the clues? Did you listen to the podcast on Monday?
Nikki, I have almost been put in hospital because of this competition. I have been very fortunate to be off work because I am actually unwell at the moment, but I've put my heart and soul into this and that podcast. I've been listening to all of the episodes, and I swear I almost fell off my chair because I could not piece it together until just now with this final clue.
Oh,
so you reckon you've got it then? You're pretty sure you've got this?
Look, I don't like to be too cocky, but the voices that I did have, and I'm working with a friend, the voices that we did have with this new clue, it's thrown it right out the window. So we've switched it up. I've got her approval, and we're going for it.
Well, we don't want you to go to hospital. Okay?
No, we don't want this.
We would enjoy it if you get really emotional and excited if you get it right, but you make sure you're sitting down right now just in case.
I can't sit down. I've had like 3 shots of coffee. Let's go.
Oh, you sound like Ash. All right. Okay, Beck. So, give me your guesses.
Okay. Number 1, Rachel Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, Dilruk Jayasinha.
Mm-hmm.
I probably butchered that.
No, you were close, Jayasinger.
Oh, thank you. Number 3, John Krasinski.
Mm-hmm.
And number 4, Delta Goodrum.
Okay.
Jaya Singh is the Sri Lankan spin bowler, yeah?
No. He's a Sri Lankan, but he's an Australian comedian.
He's a comedian. I was in the jungle with him, and then I also did the big trip with him.
Filming a TV
And
show
you
or just
also
hanging
did-
out? In the jungle?
Filming.
Yeah, the show.
Yeah, filming
right.
the show with him.
And was,
I remember him,
and was he
yeah.
the sexiest man alive?
No.
Well, no, he's voice number 2.
He's voice 2.
Yeah, sorry.
Voice number 3.
Catch up, Luttsy.
Oh,
Yeah, it wasn't
or
me, sweetheart,
Ash.
but
That's
whatever.
all right. Everyone always gets them mixed up.
So hang on. So who was the second? Is that the other one?
Dilruk Jayasinha was voice number 2.
Who's Krasinski?
Number 3, John Krasinski.
Jim
Oh,
from
yeah,
The
him.
Office, Mr. Emily Blunt's, Jack Ryan
Sexiest
on
man
Prime.
alive.
And he's the current sexiest man alive. He was named in November.
Was he really?
Yeah.
The
That guy.
sexiest
Yeah,
man,
writer, director,
John
actor. I
Krasinski.
mean, he's pretty cut too. I mean, he looks all right. Nicky.
Oh,
I
I
haven't
hadn't
seen
seen
that
that.
photo.
Wait a
before.
second.
I
Well,
hadn't seen-
you haven't seen him with
That's
his
John Krasinski.
you haven't seen him with his shirt off. Yeah, that lovable nerd from The Office.
He was in Law and Order as well, an episode of Law and Order.
Oh,
come
well
on,
done.
man.
What?
Whoa.
Working hard. Interesting.
Very.
Interesting. Okay. She has worked hard.
Brace yourself, Beck. Hit a wall.
Oh, I'm working with a friend.
We'll get her to
so
hold
I
you.
can't take all the
Get
credit.
her to hold you. Don't fall over.
She's at her house.
I don't want to do that. Metaphorically.
Okay,
Shut up, Ash.
Beck.
Yes.
Beck, I am allowed to say that you have got 2 out of 4 voices right.
What?
Oh, no. And you did so well, like with the clues.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
I thought it was going then.
No, but I haven't mentioned John Krasinski on our show.
You haven't, but who have you mentioned? Because we have sifted through those podcasts like there's no tomorrow, and there is nothing jumping out. So can we do a podcast today where you actually say the names 5 times?
I definitely said their name. I definitely said it.
In yesterday's? Which podcast?
What was the big clue yesterday on the podcast?
Yeah, there was a big clue
What was that
yesterday in the
one? I've
podcast,
actually forgotten
and
it.
that was about the podcast in which I mentioned the name. So
Oh,
in
yeah,
yesterday's
yeah.
podcast, I say which episode, I say this person's
Yeah, we've
name.
gone back to that one. Okay, we'll have to go back again.
Yeah, revisit that one.
And this is for voice 3, right? Just for all those people playing at home.
Yeah, voice 3.
Let's say that.
All right.
Just go over
So there's
it.
no clues. There's no clues for voice 2 yet, guys.
No.
Not yet.
No, look, we're well aware of that.
Don't get greedy.
on voice 3.
And I'm not allowed to give clues until I'm allowed to give clues.
Yes.
As much
I
of
get
a
that.
free-spirited woman I am, I would get fired if I kind of got ahead of myself.
I get that. Absolutely. Totally get it. No, it's all good. We'll go back to the drawing
It's
board.
all there,
not as if
Beck.
I've got anything better to do.
Just don't go to
It's all
hospital,
there.
Beck.
Yeah, big.
I won't be going to hospital. It'll be fine.
Okay, good.
Thanks, guys. I'll talk to you at 9.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Did you just do the weather report?
That's this little throwing it in because I'm waiting for the sun to come back, guys. It feels like it's going on forever.
I've just never
I'm
heard you
interested.
do weather. I thought something
He
gone
often
wrong,
does
and I'm
that.
like,
Time.
oh.
I mean, that's the 8:22, top of 27 today, and mostly
in
sunny.
the River City.
Sunny conditions continuing slight southeasterlies.
People rely on Mitch's weather.
Yeah, but what's our
To-
weather
to-
going to be like this weekend?
It's going to be wet.
I don't
isn't
think it is. I think it's clearing. I actually think we're in good shape.
Not what I've got in front of me. Maybe not until the start of next week.
Just check your iPhone for more details, people.
Consult your local Siri.
Well, I'm not the weather girl.
What? Not with that.
I'm not. No. Well, no. I
wanna
did
be?
test for weather several times.
Who
At
got-
Channel
who got the
9
job?
and Channel 7.
Who got the job?
Channel 9, Gian Rooney in the end, because Eddie Maguire said you're too much of a liability on live television. And then
Why would they think
Did
that?
Andy Maguire say that to you? To your face?
to my face. And I went, yeah, I know. And then Channel 7 nearly took me on, and I was actually going to get the job.
Who
But
got
then
it?
the head of news was walked out the day he was going to give me the job. Yeah. Jane Bunn took over.
Never heard of Jane Bunn.
No.
No, yeah, well, she's an actual meteorologist who's right
That
for the
doesn't
job.
help.
And you should probably
Look
understand.
at his brother.
Yeah.
What? Does he? What?
He's a weatherman.
I thought he just did surf.
No, he does the whole thing.
He does
proper.
the weather. He
He's
does the
very-
weather,
he's very
the
good at it.
fishing,
Does he
the
just
surfing.
Does he just read Willy Weather live to the telly?
Look, I think he's done comprehensive research.
Research. He
Okay.
talks to the
Yes.
bureau every day.
Yes.
Does he?
He does a lot of stuff.
Oh, all right. All right.
Yeah, but anyway. So,
What
yeah.
time is it?
No, we're off air.
Yeah.
We're just
Yeah, we can
this is a
keep
private.
jibbering
I'm so confused. What's going on?
This is a private conversation. You were supposed to do a bit on
It says you're
Oh
going to do a bit on Kayak
Kayak
Karen.
Karen.
What's Kayak
and
Karen?
we're just waiting for you. We thought you were going to segue beautifully into Kayak Karen.
This is going to be good.
I mean, Mitch mentioned the temperature, and you went on
A rant.
Oh, well, I'm so sorry. Yeah, no, I got Karen'd in the supermarket yesterday.
Right.
Yeah.
by someone on a kayak.
No, that's later.
It says.
I'll get to that bit real quick.
Oh no, we're
because-
giving away the punchline. It says Kayak Karen on the board. No, there is. I looked at the board and said, "Where the bloody hell's this going?" At 8:26.
What a debacle.
What do you mean you got Karen?
I got
Okay,
Karen.
let's-
Okay, so I'm in the supermarket. I've got a trolley, right? And then I'm like, I couldn't be bothered doing self-checkout. I saw aisle 1 free, and I'm like, aisle 1, that doesn't feel right with the trolley. And I'm looking at all the little lit-up icons on the pole, and I'm like, no, okay, I'm pretty sure I can go in aisle 1.
Oh, the proper checkout.
Yeah, proper checkout with a proper checkout chick.
I so much prefer that too.
Yeah, me too. They're not paying me
Yeah.
to pack my groceries.
Feel the same way.
Sister.
Yeah, I'd rather do it. But you very rarely see one open these days. Or if there is, there's someone with a
Yeah, well,
huge trolley full of
I was
gear.
excited, and I got there just before this other woman and her friend or a mature daughter, I don't know, and they had 2 baskets, and they were just giving me these looks, like, and they were whispering to each other, going,
Nikki Webster.
no, they were cranky.
Oh, okay.
I think they were cranky that I went in with the trolley when they had 2 baskets, but we would have had the same amount of stuff. But I'm
Who
like,
cares? You're first. It doesn't matter. Like, what? You know?
well, no. Do you remember when aisle 1 used to be 12 items or less?
Yeah, I thought it still was.
Only in select stores. But this woman's old school, right? She hasn't read. She hasn't done a research. And then she just goes, excuse me, this is a 12 items or less aisle?
That's BS, by the way.
I know. It was really aggressive. And I'm standing there going, oh, no, have I done the wrong thing? Because I've read the sign.
Yeah, exactly.
And people pick on me in public a lot. I think it's because I've got big eyeballs. I haven't worked it out yet. But then the checkout chick saved me. She goes, no, it isn't. Love, read the sign. And I just went, oh, I just had a Karen v. Karen.
That's a good. Like that's rubbish. There's no sign. There's no rules saying aisle 1.
No,
is
but it's like
12 items or
No,
less.
sometimes there is.
Sometimes there is.
Well, if there's a sign saying 12 items or less, there is. But if it's just aisle 1, you just go, oh, everyone, aisle 1's 12 items or less. Unless there's specifically a
She
sign.
just reverted to
I agree with you.
tradition.
Just, you know.
We all agree. That's why I checked several
Right,
times.
just want to make sure.
Because
Right.
normally it's the express aisle. Normally.
No, not unless there's a sign.
Not unless it says, yes.
But
I agree.
anyway, so yeah, I got Karen, but it was so nice that she defended me. But then I saw on the internet last night someone else got Karened. There was a Karen in a kayak. Gee, it's very alliterative today, isn't it? Anyway,
It says on the board.
there's people in
Kayak Karen.
their boat. You can't see them. They're videoing her, and I think they've just come in past her. Not too close, I don't think. I presume she's in the wrong. I presume she's a Karen. And
She's in a kayak and they're in a proper boat.
And they're in a proper boat. And this is how it played out.
Don't, because she knows how to drive a boat better than you, brother.
Doubt it.
I doubt it. What's this little thing? You got a 200 on the back of a what, kayak?
What are you, a maritime enthusiast as well, are you?
I just like to do the right thing, and when you come through here hooking,
Yeah.
taking
Yeah,
out
nothing
everyone
better
in their
than-
Christmas
Nothing better
presents.
to do to take the fun away from every. Oh, that's it. Oh, well.
I hope you got that.
I did.
She's fallen in the
It's
water
going
at this
straight on the
point.
Instagram.
Instagram, is that all you got?
No, I got TikTok as well.
Oh, TikTok, is that all you
Yeah, film
got?
this stuff.
That's how you handle a Karen. Now, that splash.
But they didn't push her in, she just fell in.
No, so she goes, oh, take this, and uses a paddle to splash them,
splash.
but she just goes face first in the drink. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you manage a Karen.
Let them just make
Just
asses
let
of
them
themselves.
think themselves and just make jokes. That's the only way you can do it.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
I'm smarter than. I'm smarter than who?
The Brighton Answer deal is here, with one lucky person winning $100,000 off the price of their new home every month. Drop into your nearest Brighton display home today.
This is cool. Tony out of Roachdale South. What's going on?
Not much, guys. What's going on in there?
It says you're a firefighter.
Yeah.
Really? We love
Yep.
first responders.
Yeah.
Between night shifts.
Respect.
Well, what'd you say about the night shifts?
I'm in between night shifts at the moment.
Oh, okay. Do they still have the fireman poles at the fire stations? Is that too old school?
No, Roma Street's got fireman poles, and I believe Surface Paradise might as well, but I'm a Brisbane region guy, so I definitely Roma Street.
All right.
Wait, are you Roma Street, you say, or Brisbane region? What's that? What's the difference?
I'm Brisbane region, so I work out of Wishart.
Right.
Good, man. How long have you been with the Fireys for?
18 years.
Good on you. I had a mate of mine who, a long time ago, he tried out for the Fireys.
Pretty hard.
He didn't make it.
No.
Is he a copper now?
He's doing first responder jokes. That's awesome. So that's how it
yeah,
works,
no,
is it?
it's not easy to become a Fiery. Like
It's physically demanding.
It is.
Yeah, you got to be good at maths and English, but
Really?
I'll probably prove that wrong today.
Oh, no.
Just quickly, Tony, the only interaction during my 2-week quarantine during COVID, the only interaction I had with human beings was Fireys, because I tried to cook a steak when I was staying at the Grand Chancellor, and it smoked out the room. The alarm went off, and from my balcony, I could see Roma Street Fire Brigade, and I could see the 2 fire engines leaving, going, "Oh shit, that's for me, isn't it?" And they came all the way up. The Fireys came in. And just went, "You fool!"
You were probably there, Tony. Hey?
Nah, not at Roma Street at that point. I was at the Run Army on the weekend, but in gear.
How did that go?
Horrible. That's the hottest thing I've ever done.
Yeah, it's tough, but it's a great thing, the Run Army. We're big supporters of that, mate. So well done for participating. That's awesome.
No, it was an awesome morning.
All right, and by the way, I said $700. They hadn't updated the board. It's $800 you're playing
it's
for.
$800.
And you're in the draw for the BYD Shark 6.
Yeah. No pressure. I'm here for the car. I'm here for the ute.
All right, let's go, mate. I'd love to give it to you. 30 seconds on the clock.
Bet you would.
And your time starts now. Rum is distilled from which plant?
Don't.
Paul Mescal and Barry Keoghan are set to star in a biopic based on which band?
Oasis.
Which A-League team is known as the Victory?
Melbourne.
Which form of public transport is the latest to adopt smart ticketing in Brisbane?
The buses, Metro.
What is 55 times 3?
165.
Stop the clock.
Oh, well done. Well recovered.
Got in there. Geez, I'm getting back on public transport. If that's the case.
What did I say?
Bit of those dumb ones.
All right, so I have to chew up a bit.
Repeat. The rule is you've got to do the exact
I
same.
don't even know what I said.
You said
I don't
smart.
even know what I said. I saw
check-
him fall off his seat.
You went smart technology.
So
just give it a little bit of that. Then.
But I tell you, what about the maths question? Check out the big brain on Tony.
Yeah, he thinks quick.
And did you have any time left?
1 second.
1 second for Fireman Tony. Let's bring in the gimp.
So they say, bring in the gimp. Whoa, bring in the gimp. They say, bring in the gimp. Whoa, bring in the gimp.
Nice.
All right,
Tony's a firefighter.
He's a firefighter. He's a hero.
Oh,
He's
should
a hero.
I throw it? No.
Well, listen. It wouldn't be the worst thing to do.
Okay. Like if you say that, he must be a stand-up guy because you're usually.
Well, he's a firefighter.
Pretty great.
Yeah, I
we
know.
love first responders.
He's just clocked off a night shift.
Oh, stop it!
Okay, no, don't do your best. Okay,
I'll put in a fair fight.
just do your best. If you
All
win,
right.
you win, and don't worry. Kickback cave and full.
No,
of
either way, Tony gets looked after
He's
today.
sweet. He's sweet.
Okay.
But he does save pussies from trees. I will
Okay.
say that. I mean, keep that in mind.
Have you ever done that, Tony?
Yep.
Yeah. See.
done it.
Yeah.
See?
Is there a nightclub called Trees?
Should be.
Don't laugh at that, Tony. Kids. Here we go. 30 seconds on the clock, and your time starts now. Rum is distilled from which plant?
Cane sugar.
Paul Mescal and Barry Keoghan are set to star in a biopic based on which band?
Oasis?
Which A-League team is known as the Victory?
Melbourne.
Which form of public transport is the latest to adopt smart ticketing in Brisbane?
No idea.
What is 55 times 3?
I don't care.
Stop the clock.
Oh, good call. I
Yep.
like what you've done there. Why did you say ticketing?
Because that's the way it's said. I just
hey,
slowed
you
down.
got
If you think I spoke slowly there, Nikki, it's because I stuffed it up the first time around.
No,
so I
that's
was
all
just
right.
trying to make it even with Tony.
I think we want Tony to win.
Everyone's ready for Tony.
I'm going to have a fair fight.
Yeah, fair fight.
Fair fight. Well, it's very close. I can tell you that. Give me a Tuco. Oh. Rum is distilled from which plant? Tony said, I don't know.
I got it back to front. Cane sugar as opposed to sugar cane.
Yeah, but
right.
it's we know what you mean.
Yeah.
And that is correct, Amundo.
Okay.
And you hit the front 1-0. Paul Mescal and Barry Keoghan are set to star in a biopic based on which band? Interestingly, you both said Oasis.
That's funny. They both said Oasis.
And they're both, it's an English band. But before Oasis, there was the Beatles. It's the Beatles.
Oh, I knew it was one because Oasis have been in the press, but yeah, it was in the news yesterday.
Yeah, we were talking about
but I
it.
didn't actually read that article,
Yeah,
and
we
I
actually-
didn't listen to
Neither
you.
did Tony.
So it's 1-0 Nikki with 3 to play. Which A-League team is known as the Victory? You both said Melbourne. That is correct. And you continue to amaze me with your sports questions.
get it
I would have had you as no chance for that, but you got it.
Sexist.
It's 2-1. It's not sexist, buddy. It's just that I've
Don't
noticed
double
that
down
she's
on
not
it.
right,
Just move on.
down with her sport. But it's been
No.
improving over the last couple of weeks. It's 2-1.
condescending.
2-1 to
Well,
Nikki.
I've had to learn sport so then I
Thank you.
can talk to you guys.
And you're improving dramatically.
God, so condescending.
Which form? Can you play the Gaslight song, please?
Gaslighter.
You don't. He doesn't play it. It just happens.
Which form? Well, there you go. It just happened.
It just happened.
Which form of public transport is the latest to adopt smart ticketing in Brisbane? Tony said buses.
Which is amazing.
Nikki, you said
no idea.
no idea. Buses is correct.
What?
And all of a sudden, it's tied at 2-2. And then it comes to the final question, 55 times 3. Nikki said, I don't know.
I said I don't care.
You said you don't care. Tony said 165. 165 is correct, and our firefighters won. You're smarter than Nikki and you've just taken down $800. This is the moment. So you're turning down all the odds. This day or never. I sing forever with the gods. When I look back, I'll always recall moment for moment. This was the moment, the greatest moment of them
Worth pointing out, he got there despite this being one of the questions.
Which form of public transport is the latest to adopt smart ticketing?
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Darude Sandstorm on Nova 106.9.
And he's here. Darude's in studio
Let's
with
go!
us. The funniest thing just happened, guys. I went to the toilet just so Darude was out here just sitting there. I needed to do a pee. Cool. So I've gone to the toilet. See, I told you it'd be a funny story. And then I go to the toilet, right, and I'm in my brain, I'm thinking, we're doing Darude next, and I know he's playing a clip, so I had to check Saturday night, right? It's Saturday night. And I started singing this Australian song by Cold Chisel. Saturday night. Saturday night. So I'm taking a piece, and literally going Saturday night, and didn't realise that there was actually a cubicle next to me where someone's taking a two. And as I go, this random voice just goes. Starts doing Sandstorm. I still don't know who it was. Like there was someone in there.
It wasn't Darude.
Oh, he was out here.
Oh, you were out here, right?
He doesn't go to toilets and do his own songs, or do you? See, I told you that.
You'll never know.
Yeah.
Oh, so tell us. You're over here, you're celebrating 25 years since your big hit.
25?
Yes.
What the hell?
25 years, and you still got all your hair, and you look great.
He looks hot.
Oh, the technology today, man. That's amazing. No. Yeah, 25 years. It's incredible. I actually need to point out, you are absolutely correct. It's 25 years since Sandstorm, but it's also, this tour is actually not about Sandstorm. It's about me, my ego and stuff. So
no, we get it.
There's other stuff than Sandstorm, and it's Storm 25, and it's obviously because there's Sandstorm and whatnot. But the gig is about
before the storm.
Yeah, and basically like just a run through of all my tracks, or well, not all. They don't fit there, but I've reworked all of them and had some fun times, and then now I'm playing just my music this tour, not a DJ set, but kind of like a hybrid live set.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So this is Storm 25. This is you now.
Yeah.
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 And revisiting some of that stuff. But how did you get started? I mean, you know, like to have carved out a career doing what you're doing when you were, you know, when it was 25 years ago. I mean, you know, I would imagine there'd be lots of people that would endeavour to go, I'm gonna try and be a DJ. But then 25 years later, I wonder how many of them are hanging around still working. Probably not that many. So to have longevity in a career like this, like what do you?
Yeah, what's your secret?
What do you put that down to?
I don't have a secret other than I actually have said this. I don't know what level of musical talent I have. I know I have some that, you know, but I think my talent back then was, or the realization was that I had an opportunity and I took it and I ran with it.
Yeah, right.
And I did every little gig, every interview, every Nova I visited, and that's, I guess, the longevity there. I've had tons of luck, and obviously Sandstorm, for whatever reason, hit it big right then and there. Then Feel the Beat was really good follow-up for that. So I was able to create this core crowd and get relevant, you know, to a level then. Yep. And then my career has been downhill since, basically, if you think about song success. But at the same time, I've been able to book gigs solid for the last 25 years, really. Release new music and kind of stay relevant, at least to my core group.
So, and obviously, a song like Sandstorm gets reinvented by artists, used everywhere on TikTok and Instagram now, and at concerts and gigs. And I've heard you quoted saying you don't mind people doing that, right? It's different, but you dislike when they don't ask you if they can just do it.
Well, there are certain things like...
Because you're going to make money out of this.
I don't mind people doing it for their own fun and for, like, whatever, is it respecting me or the track or their own twist. That's all cool. But when somebody takes it and without permission starts gaining out of it, like blatantly using somebody else's work. And it actually is not only about my track. Whenever I see somebody just blatantly using somebody else's work without compensation, without so much as a nod, that kind of ticks me off. But at the same time, the flip side of all these memes and all, like, you know, the symphony using my track among other big tracks, of course, and all of these potato flute meme stuff and whatever, they all work for me. Like, I've started...
That was the Auckland Symphony Orchestra, wasn't it?
Yeah, I just saw that. I actually sat on stage with them when they played Sandstorm.
Oh, really?
Just got goosebumps.
That would have been amazing.
Yeah,
and now
awesome.
you're dropping a new track this weekend at Eclipse, aren't you? Like a collab.
Not releasing, but playing it in my sets,
Okay, you're playing it in your set.
And that's with the local guys, Mashed and Kutcher, who we've done a heap of stuff with on Nova. And we should say, too, Matty, last time I spoke to him, and I know you were the same, is going to be going through some pretty serious health issues, and we hear Matt's going a lot better now, and he'll be at the gig on Saturday night at Eclipse, I hear. Is that right?
I think he's going to be there.
Fingers crossed?
Yeah, fingers crossed. We message back and forth, and the track is amazing.
What's it called?
It's called, working name is Hype, and it's a banger.
And that's what it's about.
Yep.
Hype it up.
Yep.
Hey, you mentioned before that goosebump moment, but when I think of a DJ, I just think of like someone standing up there with the joint just jumping, and they're up there behind the desk, like God. It seems like such a powerful position. What's your biggest rock star moment that you've had? What's your number one? I love to ask this to musicians where you just couldn't believe it.
I can give you two. One, my favorite gig, the question has been now answered. In 2016, 2017, New Year's Eve, I played in Finland, my home country, at this huge town square in Helsinki. And my track, the drop was timed to the ball drop. And that started year 2017, our 100-year independence celebrations, basically.
Wow.
That was quite an
Now
honor.
I've got goosebumps.
That almost gave me goosebumps.
And there was like 50,000 people right there, immediate,
oh my God,
right in front of me, and then about 80,000 people around. So that's like the best gig. But then I have one pretty vivid memory still. I played in UK at this huge like golf course type of thing. It was long, like probably like a mile long field, and I could not understand what was going on. When the track dropped, you could see the crowd go in waves like this. I'm like thinking, are you stupid? You can't jump to my beat. But actually they were, but because the distance, they heard the sound at different times. And there was like 100,000 people out that day. It was like a radio festival thing. Jerry Halliwell played after me. But that was wild, seeing the crowd just masses move like a wave.
Experiencing it at different times.
Yeah.
Reacting the same.
Yeah.
But, it's amazing.
that is crazy. I should say right now, give us a call, 13 24 10. I'll never get the number. I've been working here 20 years. We've got a double pass for Eclipse. I've got to say,
three double passes.
Three double passes.
Oh my
goodness!
Woo.
And I don't think you've played Eclipse. It's a new club actually. It's only been around probably 6 months or so. It's
great.
A great club. It sounds great. The atmosphere, the crowds get right into it. So you're going to love that experience. On Saturday night. So, make sure you go. And how long you're shooting off to Canberra, then you come back to Brisbane, is that right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Have you done anything interesting in Brisbane? You've been here for a couple of days.
Yeah, I almost broke my ribs last night.
Yeah, but we always do that to people.
That's standard.
I went skateboarding.
Oh,
really?
Oh.
Yeah.
For the first time?
Ever? Yeah, I chose to do that in Brisbane.
Skateboarding is banned in Finland. You can't do it there. Is that right?
Yeah, no, I've actually skated here several times before. I went to, is it Korpara Park on Monday or Tuesday, and then yesterday this place called Village.
We all know that. Yeah.
Also like a skate bowl park thing.
Yeah, but it looked great, but it wasn't that great for me because it's catering mostly BMX riders and scooter riders. So,
Oh.
but anyway, I ate shit. I'm walking. I'm
He's
okay.
okay,
I'm
you look
breathing.
all right.
So I
Oh,
can do my gigs.
jeez. That's going to take a lot. It's hard to get deep breath when you've hurt your ribs. Anyway,
They're not broken. They're just
sore.
bruised.
He'll be
So-
right.
He'll be
Right.
okay.
Great to meet you, mate.
Yeah. Eclipse Saturday night. It's going to be an absolute cracker, Darude. Great to have you back in Brizzy, brother.
It's
Thank
nice
you,
to have
guys.
someone cool.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Right? Finally in this room.
Yeah.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Did you see that funny video? I sent it to you. You saw it, didn't you? I think you said ha ha. I think you might have seen it. Luttsy.
Which one?
The one where the guy's doing the news report on Fraser with the naughty dingo. They're worried about this rogue dingo. So they've given everyone these just pipes.
Oh, yeah. I did see that
Bit
one,
of
yes.
piping. And he's there in the foreground with everyone standing with their pipes in the background.
Which is what to use as a get away from me.
Yeah, it's just a little poke stick for
Yeah.
the naughty dingo. And instead, they're doing beer bombs in the background while he's doing the report.
Through the pipe.
Through the pipe. What's that called when you do the beer bomb thing where you lay down and they feed it through the funnel? What's that called? It's an American thing. It's like a frat house thing.
I think it's a beer bong.
No, it's not a beer bong.
A
It's
beer bomb? There's a name for it. Anyway, it was just funny.
Yeah,
I had a good laugh
yeah.
at That.
That was good.
That was good.
That was really good, wasn't it?
you like a little bit of side play when they're doing a piece to camera.
I do.
Yeah,
yes.
I like how Australians always nail it. That's the thing that we do. We're the background.
You see that? We saw one when we looking at one where two guys, they were on the beach. The reporters, got the beach in the background, but there's a shower there, and two guys they've come up from having a surf. You can see they're just young
during
mates.
Alfred.
Was it during
I
Alfred?
think it was during
and then
Alfred.
they started making out. They're having a shower, and it just started getting more and more absurd. I love it.
Do more of it.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
We've got so many talented Queenslanders. We've
Thank
got
you.
Lockie Kennedy.
Yep.
And we've got Gout Gout.
We got hamburger.
We got
the hamburger.
We've got so many, but we've also got some other people who have achieved big things and they don't really
Good
get a
segue.
mention. You're welcome.
Good segue.
We have Queensland world record holders that we don't know exist that are out there.
Yeah, I like when you do this.
Okay.
Give them to me.
For example, Nicholas Manning in 13.03 seconds did, what do you think he did?
Rubik's Cube.
No, that's slow for a Rubik's Cube.
No, did he yell at me?
He was. You sound like Teddy. I'll be like, Teddy, don't do that. Stop yelling at me.
You can't yell at me. I'm a child. I have rights.
Whoa,
That's what
I'm
they
like,
say now.
I think I just said it really nicely. No, the quickest time to put 10 pairs of undies on. 13 seconds.
Come on, Nicholas.
He got 10 pairs
Does
of
he
undies
put them all
on.
on at once, or is it
No,
an
one at a
individual deal?
time. Individual deal.
It has to be one at a time.
So they'd have to touch.
That's 1 second,
Touch.
just over a second. Now.
But he mustn't have
Nuts.
Now.
He mustn't have
Yeah.
Now.
mustn't have a lot that could interfere with it.
Oh,
You'd probably be good at it. That's
that's an attack on your manlyhood.
I know
Mr.
what it
Luttrell.
was. I know what it was.
Okay, let's move on to sand angels. We made the most sand angels simultaneously.
What's a sand angel?
Wait, like a snow angel, where you lay in the sand,
Oh,
a
yeah.
naked angel.
Yeah.
1,624
People.
angels happened in 2019. Guess where, Ash?
Currumbin Beach.
Close, Broad Beach.
Oh, that's close.
Gold Coast represent.
Did you? I remember you took part. You were nude. You thought they were doing some nude thing for the Guinness. They said, mate, get off the beach, you pervert.
Yeah, he was a sand demon.
Yeah.
It's
And-
kind of got a bit of a radio stunt all over it. I wonder
we
if that
could do
was
that.
a radio stunt. Yeah.
Oh, we should come up with one.
Yeah.
So we're
Yeah, what else
actually
you got?
remembered
What
with
else
something.
you
We can improve our TSL. We could do that.
This one's a bit of a wank. Okay, the University of Queensland.
How many people?
1,417 staff and
Lutsy's in.
students.
I was drunk
Lutsy's in.
as part of this. I didn't know what they were filming it. How many?
1,417 staff and students.
Doing what?
They had the largest mindfulness lesson. I told you it was a bit of a wank.
I don't.
Yeah, well, it would have been way better if it actually was.
Back to riding a stick. Most pogo stick jumps in 1 minute. It's a 12-year-old 187 jumps.
So that requires-
Lachlan Rakouvelis.
That requires a lot of strength. You need downward pressure to get back up. You know,
And,
it's
But to go
jiggle,
that quickly-
pure coordination. I like that
It's like-
one. Like, there's genuine skill involved in that.
Yeah.
Yes,
Like the
because
Snow Angels one. That's just...
that's
Yeah,
just
anyone can do
stupid.
that.
And
Yeah.
mindfulness, come on. Mindfulness is just not having your phone for a day. You did it 2 weeks ago.
I do it all the time.
But
I did it during the show today.
no, I did it in
Mindfulness.
segment 3.
Yes.
Absent mindfulness. That's what I did.
We have segments.
Kind of.
Okay.
We've got a whiteboard that's
What's
broken
next?
up. No,
What else
I was
have you
going to
got?
say that's really impressive because I did 1,100 jumps and that was my record on my pogo stick.
What are you talking
But
about?
that,
What, you did 1,100 jumps on a pogo stick?
yes.
When did you do
in
this?
a row.
Who's pogo
Oh,
stick?
probably about 12.
When did you-
I had a
when
pogo
you-
stick. They were so much fun.
When you're a kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
I reckon I could do it now though. Uh-oh.
No,
I'm not
you
putting that
can't.
out.
No, you couldn't.
Go on.
I actually think I could. I reckon I could.
Okay, I want you to see that. How many?
All
we can
right.
bet. We can bet on it.
I will
Get a
attempt.
pogo stick.
How many
bring
can
it
you do in what? In not an hour. You'd be
No,
exhausted
just
in a minute.
the most in a row.
In a minute.
Where do you practice for that?
Yeah, in a minute. Well, I didn't have many friends growing up. I was like Richie Rich.
Oh,
I
is
lived
this
in
the-
a massive house.
Play the
Oh,
sad
yeah.
music.
So, whoa.
Not that.
Not that
What's
one.
that?
You
Play
want
the
this
sa-
one.
yeah, play the sad one.
Now
Oh,
tell
yeah.
us.
Hi, I'm
Yeah.
Nikki
I
Osborne.
know. I remember. when I
Everybody
was-
thinks I performed at the opening ceremonies to the Olympics, but that wasn't me. That was the other Nikki. That was Nikki Webster.
the talented one. Because I don't
Hey,
have any
hey,
talent.
Hey, no need
Hey.
to take it that level.
I'm
You
no
know,
good
just
at
saying.
anything. And when I was little,
Yeah.
all I wanted was a trampoline.
Yeah.
You know what they got me? My
I'm going to guess a
parents-
pogo stick.
No, a water slide, the bastards.
What? There was a. So when did the pogo stick come into it then?
Oh, no, I had that forever.
So confused.
I don't know what's going on. Get us out.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Come give me that cash. Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne's $50,000 Mystery Voices.
Change.
Guess these 4 voices
I listen to
Nova.
and win a guaranteed $50,000.
I've never needed this to go off more than I need it right now.
Why?
I want them to get the cha-ching, cha-ching.
The 1,000.
Yeah. I want to get to the 50. I just want someone to double it. Bing, bing.
Really?
That was meant to
Over today?
Well,
Drag it out a
yeah.
bit more. Keep the people listening.
Why? Because you keep telling your Darude jokes.
We got literally got nothing else to talk about until the holidays.
That's true. I don't have a life anymore anyway.
It's all right.
Carol.
You get used to it.
Carol from Ferny Grove. How are you?
Carol,
Morning, guys.
are you the same
Very
Carol we
good.
spoke to last time?
I did. Yeah, I was. Yes.
What do I usually say to you?
You play a song for my name?
We should get sushi, Carol.
We get sushi, Carol.
Yeah,
Get sushi,
exactly.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, Carol, did you hear my clue earlier?
I did, yes. And I've been doing my investigation since 7.
So,
I don't remember talking to Carol before.
no,
I do the sushi thing.
I didn't know.
I think I remember Carol.
It's like a week ago.
Did you call us last Christmas, Carol?
I've been trying to call you every day, guys, but it's very hard. You guys, you're very popular.
Yeah, I think Mitch is popular. Okay, so the clue I dropped earlier, what was it?
Today, sorry, I've been listening to anything. Sexiest Men Alive.
Yes.
Okay?
Thank you.
And that's voice number 3. You got that one?
Yes, exactly.
All right.
I'm hoping that's the one.
Okay, all right. So let's hear your guesses. Carol, here we go.
Let's go. So, Rachel Taylor, Christopher Maloney,
Okay,
Alan Carr, and Delta Goodrum.
Delta Goodrum.
Talk us through Christopher Maloney.
Christopher Maloney is a UK singer.
Oh, is he?
He's on X Factor. I don't know if he... I don't know.
I mean, I'm going to argue that Carol might be suggesting Christopher. It's more like you read it as Melanie, and he was the lead on SVU, Law and Order, for a number of years.
Yes.
Elliot Stabler.
Oh, right.
One of the great TV cops.
One of the great cops.
Right,
Yeah,
yes.
Melanie.
One of the
Yeah.
all-time.
Which would be handy if she'd put that in the third position,
Oh.
because we've been dropping clues about the third person.
But
So
Carol had Alan Carr at
Yeah,
number
Carol
3,
is
right?
saying
Alan
that Alan
Carr.
Carr is the sexiest man alive.
Oh, I was going to say, 'cause I thought she said Alan Can. But
God, he was sexy.
Okay,
Yeah.
the sexiest man alive. and Law and Order, and okay, all right.
Come on, put her out of misery.
Carol, you only got 2 out of 4 correct. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
no.
When I say sexy, I mean like proper sexy, like get the horn sexy. Like this guy is proper sex
Like,
on legs.
you know what I mean?
Like
Anyway.
hello. But not an hello.
Not-
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Not in an Alan Carr, hello kind of way. Yeah.
It lives on. So another clue coming up
Another
7
clue.
o'clock tomorrow morning.
Yes.
Carol, are the lights, is the power on at your joint at the moment?
Carol?
Oh, no.
Lost Carol.
Well, yeah.
Oh, it just sounds like Carol's by candlelight at the moment.
Oh, God.
The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.